That's the direction of the world. You know, you got brothers that's probably got like 30,000 or whatever, but again, that's not a lot of money. It's reasonable. You know, you can go, you know, on certain holidays there and there, whatever, but you're not rich.
Can I say something? I mean, if you've got £10 million or dollars or whatever, and you're in this truth, but you better off just giving that shit away.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to make God do that.
Would it be very hard and difficult to do so?
That's why just stay away from it. They ain't playing the lottery, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say, I was reading Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. Where he talks, but he's saying it's a good book. Obviously, always good, but he's talking about you're supposed to enjoy. There's nothing.
I like this wine and drink.
Drink.
For a young man,
If he gives that to you, you're supposed to just understand it's vanity.
At the end, yeah.
At the end, so I might get it twisted.
No, go on.
At the end, no.
That's just me. That's just me.
No.
He was speaking about that. Now this is about the truth, innit? And that's what Yahushua, that's what Solomon, he said that.
So yeah, he was
said
talking about he
when he
went
came back with Yahushua, that's when he said, listen, when you gather, he said a parable about a man that had many riches.
Many riches, yeah,
and
right.
then he said, let me break this down and build bigger barns to store my goods. And he said, oh thou foolish man, I didn't know that this night I would require your soul. You know what I'm saying? But this is Sirach 31 verse 6. Gold has been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present.
Solomon, yeah.
It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith.
Exactly.
Because I remember sitting on the bus, man. I'll never forget. This one West African guy. He brought out this big wad of money, man, and he started counting it. He was on a big, like, double-decker bus. There's loads of
Which that's ridiculous, man. How you gonna count that?
He brought out his money and he started counting it. And he looked at it like his money was the be-all and end-all. And I was sitting next to this guy and looking at him, and he was just looking at his money like there's nothing more precious in the world than his money. I looked at him and made the most out of destroy your money. That's how I looked at and your money. Because when the nigga get into money, he's thinking about women. Next thing he's thinking, I'm definitely gonna please my wife with this. You know what I'm saying? May the Lord destroy him. Okay.
Let me just bring out what he was talking about. It's Ecclesiastes 5 and 18. It says, behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and to drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labour that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which Yahweh giveth him, for it is his portion. Every man also to whom Yahweh hath given riches and wealth, and have given him power to eat thereof.
Right, because see, the Most High, he can give you a lot of wealth. He can give it to you. Okay, but most likely, you know, if you're in this truth and you're part of the elect, you're not gonna get that. Okay, but it's possible. It's possible, you know what I mean? Because you can use that money to help other brothers out and keep the ministry going more effectively. So you can use money for that.
But that's too much now. That's too much now, though, isn't it?
That's more like old times, though, isn't it? When they was keeping the laws and being right, like Job and that. Job had a lot of riches, isn't it?
But the point he's making is that he says according to his labour. So if you got a good job,
but the labour's this as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But if you got a good, well-paid job and you earn the money, you've earned the money.
Yeah, you earn the money, and there's nothing wrong with it because see, if you can, I'm gonna even put this out there too. If you can get a better job, get the job, man. You be a nice slut to get the job. You know what I'm saying? If you have a job where it's paying you a certain amount of money, or you're not getting that much, but you have another job now that can pay you way more above that, then get the job.
Don't let
get the job, man. Just get the damn job. So
don't let that override this truth, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got certain guys that got a good paying job where they're letting that they're making it where this truth is getting put to the side.
Yeah.
This truth.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then they're not men of the Lord.
Right.
If that's the case. But I'm just saying, you know, you need to survive in this society. You know, we live in this society. You know, we can't do anything else other than that. So being that we're here, we gotta do what we gotta do. And by the between the meantime, we do this work because you need money to get on these buses. You need money to get on these trains, And London's expensive, man. So I mean, I'm just saying, if a brother can't do that, do it. Do what you gotta do. Because we surviving out here at the end of the day. Go on.
Reading on with what I was saying about it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it. Every fool shall be taken therewith. Okay? Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold.
Right.
Okay? Who is he? And we will call him blessed, for wonderful things have he done among his people. Who have been tried thereby and found perfect, and then let him glory. Who might offend and have not offended, or done evil and have not done it. Now, do you know what that means?
No one's perfect, basically.
Let me read it again. Who have been tried thereby and found perfect, then let him glory. Who might offend and have not offended, or done evil and have not done it. Break that.
Oh, is that talking about?
What's that talking about?
It's about is it being clean by the faith? It's being clean, but being
Let's read
clean
it
by the
again.
faith.
It says,
Yeah.
who might offend and have not offended.
Is that going into when it says born without being sin? You know when he you know when he says he's like Jacob and Esau.
Yeah. No.
It's not going into that.
Is that being tried through the fire then? Is that being like, you know, like when this is about being
Offend, but I've not done it.
like you
You might offend, but you haven't offended. One last try, then I'll break it down.
You might offend, but I've not offended.
If you don't know, just say
It's about the elect.
say you don't know.
It's talking about the elect, but what they doing.
Put yourself out of misery. If you don't know, just say you don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
It's alright.
No, it's good to guess. This is good for the brothers to
that
guess.
you might offend but have not offended. You've offended according to the word, but you haven't offended because it's the word.
Exactly.
Say that-
Now we're
say that
teaching
again,
a word where it's offensive to them, but it's not. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Right. It's
You
not
know what I'm
offensive.
saying? It's
So I was-
who might
I was
offend
way off the shit.
and have not.
Trust me.
And like we don't like
Sorry,
the
sorry.
scriptures say blessed is he who shall not be what?
Offended in me. So like it, brother. That's
For offences must come. But woe is he who roughly paraphrasing.
Yep.
You take of the offense. Okay, so it goes, who might offend and have not offended, or done evil and have not done it. Okay?
So as long as we haven't did any evil in the
Right.
ways of the Most High, but we may have done evil to a man.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like he thinks it's evil.
Right.
Like that's why they said that the prophets, he don't preach nothing good. They only prophesize evil.
Right.
So because the niggas in the world, they look at us like we're evil. Like Samuel, people thought he was evil. They said that when Samuel was coming, they were like, oh shit, what's this nigga going to do? You know? So that's that. That's talking about us. That's basically talking about the elect. Okay? That's right.
That's it. You know. So like the brother was bringing to you, you know, yeah, we're offending other people because of our ways and how we teach. But is it offensive to the Most High? No, because this is what the Most High wants us to do. Okay, so we're doing the right thing. And we're not here to serve man, we're here to serve the Most High, through the Son. That's our job. That's how we're going to be saved, because these people ain't going to save you or us. Who's going to save us? The Messiah will save us. The Yahushua. He's that vessel that we have to go through. Okay, go on.
Matthew chapter 19, 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly
That's the
enter
one I want.
into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Because I'm going to say this, right? Like I said, just because you got money, that don't mean that you're not a man of the Lord. You can be a man of the Lord and have money. Look at Abraham. Abraham had loads of money and he had a lot of wealth. Because obviously what he did and that kind of sort of thing, but he was still a man of the Lord.
And Job.
And Job too. Job was a man of a lot of finances at that time. Okay, which the true finances at the time was obviously gold and cattle. Okay, so yeah, but you know, in these times that we're living in right now, we have to be more focused concerning but it's truth. And the way that you do that is by not having no money.
Yeah.
Because if you got all of that money, you accumulating so much wealth, it's gonna steer you away from the truth. It will. Because man is more in tune with pleasure rather than being disciplined. This truth is basically more of a discipline type of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, but pleasure. Yeah, it's not attractive either. But man is more in tune with pleasure.
Yeah.
Which riches can provide as much pleasure as you can afford. And with that money, you know,
This is Job 1 and 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither.
and naked shall I return thither. And that's something that the Egyptians believe. They believe that that they can take their wealth right along with them after they die. But that's not the case. That's bullshit. BS. Okay?
Yeah.
But that's a good scripture right there. Read that verse one more time.
Job chapter 1 and 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped.
Right, go on.
And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither.
Exactly. So because you came in with nothing and you're gonna go out with nothing.
That was his attitude while he was going through the affliction. But his attitude was right. But the Most High saw the attitude and he blessed him.
Right,
He doubled
put
it.
him through that test.
Everything because his attitude was right.
Yep.
He gave him more.
The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away.
Right, the Lord gave and the Lord have taken away. Give me that and somebody gets you get Samuel's brother, the 2nd chapter, verse 1 Samuel 2 and 6. Give me that.
The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh.
Yep.
Okay.
In all this did Job sin not, nor charge the Most High foolishly.
Right?
That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And it says that Job, he was the richest man in the East. So he had money. But guess what? Does that mean that Job was evil because he had money? No. He was a righteous man. He was a man of the elect. Hence is why the Lord put him through that test.
Yep.
To prove it. And guess what? Job knew what it was like to be without, and he also knew what it was about to have a lot. Just like Paul said. Paul said, I know how to abound and I know how to be abased. Okay? So you have to be versatile in this thing. Yeah, go on, brother. You had something.
1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6.
Yeah, you come around here, brother. I'll stand over here.
The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich.
Yeah, you got that, brother.
Okay? The Lord killeth and maketh alive. So that's a big thing. The Lord kill and he make alive. So any deaths, murdering, or mass murder, or like tornadoes, kill tsunamis, kill thousands of people.
Yep.
The Most High did all that, man. The Most High ordained all those deaths. He put the signature of all those deaths to occur, man. Okay? As the scriptures say, whoever perished being innocent. Okay, the Most High ordained all those deaths.
That's another thing in the Ecclesiastes as well.
You can't
He says that time and chance happens to every. We don't know why he did it a lot of the time. It's just God work. So, and he says man tries to figure out why they did it. But I'm going off of this. But
No, because everything goes, it's more spiritual, man. The Lord killeth and he maketh alive. Meaning nothing leaves this world or enters into this world unless the Most High ordains it. Okay? And any child that's born, that's made alive, the Most High ordained that spirit to enter into the world. It's your time to enter in. But that spirit's been here before.
Exactly.
Okay? That spirit's been here before.
So if you have a near-death experience,
But the Most High probably trying to show you something. Maybe.
near-death experience.
Most High probably trying to show you something.
I've had that many times, man.
Near-death experience.
yeah, did that experience.
Or maybe when the Most High kills somebody. Now when the Most High kills somebody, the person probably didn't even do nothing, man. It's just to probably show the rest of you, that's a person that just got killed. That's what it looks
That's
like.
scary. This could be your ass.
Like that individual and that guy came back, he was blind from his birth.
Yeah, John
And all,
9.
yeah, get that.
I got a precept there.
See,
Job
see, even the cameraman got a precept.
42 verse 12 says, so the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, for he had 1,000 sheep rather, and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she asses.
Right, so he was way more rich than he was from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, and you know that show, and Job,
Right attitude.
and it shows that the Mosai did all that to Job, and Job didn't do nothing wrong. To get all that punishment. But the Mosai did that to Job to test Job. Okay? To put the fire to Job. The word temptation, I keep on bringing this out, is a test or a trial of a man's holiness or character. Alright? So whenever you're going through tribulation, the Mosai is putting you to the test to see what you're going to do. You want to see how you're going to react. If you act like a little bitch, then you failed. Yep. And then you have certain guys that's been in this camp and done a bitch move, man, because we put them in the back seat, man. He couldn't take it, and he left, and he formulated his own camp, and look where he is now.
Yeah, man.
And guess
You know
what,
what I'm
man? Just because, and I'm gonna just put this out here too, man. Like, and I always say this: just because you teaching the scriptures out in the streets, man, that don't mean you're in the truth, man. You're in the truth when you follow the Holy Spirit, man. When you're into the Holy Spirit, that's when you're in the truth. That's what I'm gonna say on that.
I remember one brother, they're not even in the truth now, but they said something, which was true. They said, don't get in this truth for vainglory. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Some two twins. What they said was, this truth is not about vainglory.
Is it the two twins that said that?
Yeah, they said that. But the point is,
What are you talking about?
let's just say I'm sincere, right? And I heard that, and I took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
They said it, but I came along, I took it and I ran with it. The most I used them for me, or for anybody else. Who,
They was about vainglory.
yeah,
It was about they tried to come through.
I get that.
When Ma'al weren't around, Ma'al weren't even around. They tried to come through, shake every brother's hand. They trying to draw guys at the camp to full of them. So they were about vainglory, man.
I get that.
They would have never came through that day.
Those are the first guys I started watching. I ain't gonna lie. When I first came in, these guys are. You know what I'm saying?
it happens, though,
They was there, man. And the tall Jamaican.
Yeah, taller guy, the
Yeah.
Bashman guy.
Hey,
Used to go into it, but what happened?
So what happened to Job? That shows
Find out
that
in due time, brother.
you might not have did anything.
Yeah.
When the Mosai put shit on you, don't think it could be because you done some shit, or it might be you didn't do nothing, man.
Yeah.
But the Mosai just putting shit on you to see how you're gonna react. That's why you gotta pray.
Yeah.
That's why brothers gotta pray and ask for His guidance and His mercy and protection.
Like, someone asked about, when lately people say Happy New Year and all that. One guy in the shop said, I said, got any New Year's resolutions? He said that the Lord had more mercy on me. Which is a good statement to make, man. Everyone's saying lose weight and that, but no, the Lord mercy, no? Right? John chapter 9, verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was blind?
So that's anybody have ears to hear. That's reincarnation. That's a reincarnation scripture.
Yeah, this week.
I never get into that breakdown about reincarnation.
On today, yeah? Okay, I'll go and look at it.
No, go talk.
Read that again.
It's like John chapter 9 verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
Okay, so he was blind ever since he was born.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?
Yeah, so they're trying to find out why was he born blind. So they understand that it must have been a sin. So did he sin, or did his parents sin for him to be born blind? So how could he have sinned when he was born blind, where did he sin?
Yeah, the
In his
parents,
womb? Did he sin inside his mother's womb? So when did he sin? In his previous life.
His life, yeah.
And that's something that only the disciples knew. Like it says in the scriptures, the Lord revealed the secrets to the servants, the prophets.
Do you understand that, bro?
But I know about reincarnation and that, but
Do you understand that?
It says who must have, like someone messed up, innit?
Yeah.
Someone messed up.
For him to be born blind.
Someone messed up.
So they say
was it
that
the parents
Yeah,
or was it him?
exactly. So
So if it's by a process of elimination,
Yeah.
if he was born blind,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
so how could he have sinned
How could he have sinned it? But
when he was born that way?
but then isn't there more where he says it wasn't because he could? Why is it not the
Yeah.
parents?
Exactly.
Yeah,
The point is they're inquiring, could it have been him that sinned
Yeah.
for him to be born that way?
Right.
So how could he have sinned if he was born that way?
Yeah.
Well, where did he sin? Where in his previous time when he was here before?
In the womb.
That's why he came back and he was born that way. So the disciples knew about. That's why they said, "Oh, you say he that I am." The disciples said, "Some people say you're Jeremiah." Reincarnation. So the people them knew about spirits coming back.
Well, really, the disciples only knew, brother.
No, they said some people said they were Jeremiah.
Oh, okay.
So people they
They kinda
everyone
knew.
everyone knew.
I would say the point is they wouldn't have asked that if they didn't believe reincarnation.
Okay.
Okay, continue reading that. Then you can bring that on.
Alright then. Verse 3. And Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be manifest in him.
Right, so he didn't do shit. His parents didn't do shit. But that's the Most High is showing you that's a man that was blind from his birth. That's some fucked up shit. The Most High can do some fucked up shit to you like that.
That's foul.
And
That's the Most High putting that fear in you, man.
Yep.
You know, that could have been yours, man.
And you know,
My brother-
too,
my
and
brother,
another thing
I
too,
always told-
I don't cut you too, brother. And the reason why the Most High does that is to test to see what kind of, what your response is and what you can handle as well.
So that's why it says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, man.
Yep.
The Most High could make it where that could happen to you, and you didn't even do shit.
Yep.
You didn't even do nothing. You know, the Most High is about both. He's about evil and good.
Yeah.
He's not just good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have had that happen to that guy, man.
Exactly.
He just done it as an example, innit?
Yeah.
Power, basically.
That's why when you see someone getting hit by a bus, you think I was a wicked nigga. Nah, he probably righteous his whole life.
Yeah, that's real. That's real talk. Yeah.
No, because Job was righteous. Job was right. Look what the Most High did to him. The Most High took away his wife, his kids, his house, his cattle. The Most High has jacked up with wells.
Yeah.
And his friends was laughing at him.
But what was it?
Yeah, and he told Satan to do it. He said, hey, Satan, I'm going to do it to you. And this is a righteous God.
Well, that's what I was thinking. You lot's talking about. Not you lot. Talking about. You know, the guy that was blind. And that's because he's done something in his previous life.
Yeah.
What you're talking about there, like some guy who's scratched his whole life, he gets run over by a bus or something.
Yeah.
And then remember I just read to you about time and chance happened. So he's just saying he's just killing people for no reason. Then.
The Most High could do that.
He could do that.
Yeah, he could do that.
He could do whatever
He
he
can
wants
do
to
what
do.
he wants.
He's just killing, he's just laying bodies on the ground like, because he feels like it. I don't think he's doing that. It's all for a reason. I think it's all for a reason, but you just don't understand sometimes.
That's showing you that that's just the works of the Most High. To just show you that that's. Because say if no one got hit by a bus, you would never know what that looks like.
Right.
Yeah. You need good examples, man.
You need examples to know that that's what it looks like for a man to get jacked up by a bus.
Or hit by a train too, brother.
Yeah. Or someone to be born. Say if no one was born blind,
Fucking hell, man.
you need to know what a blind person look like. So the Most High gonna make examples.
I've got pictures.
When you see people going to it, bro.
Oh, the shutdown, yeah? This is Jeremiah 31:30. And this will answer that question. He said, who did sin, this man or his parents, right? Right? Jeremiah 31:30. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity. Every man shall eat of the sour grape. His teeth shall be on the edge. So everyone dies for their own iniquity, man. And that's how reincarnation works. You're wicked in this life. The Lord, when you come back, the Lord puts you, like me, jacked up body.
Yep.
Or you can get run over by a bus.
Yep.
What other examples are there, man? Or you can get struck by lightning.
Yeah. And you know too, and since that the brother's talking about this, I mean I can include myself because I was born with a birth defect. This is why you see me wear this capsule at that time. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So just to put that out there on how the law can do certain things to you, man.
Yeah. I used to be very accident prone. What you're just talking about, licked by a bus.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be licked by a bus. I felt it. and other things too.
Yeah.
Brothers can testify. Brothers who are even potentially of the elect can tell you that they've been to near-death experiences. Many of them, in the truth.
Wasn't there a camp that said they did a video and showed that Edomite? Have you seen it? Where Edomite pulled a gun on them?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah. You seen that one?
What's it again?
A camp, a Great Millstone camp.
I think they were in Texas. They were in Texas.
Yeah, something like that. Basically, Edomite argued and stuff, and he pulled out a gun, didn't he? Put out a gun on them, man.
Yeah.
Right when they were doing the work of the Lord.
And he said he was willing. He said he was willing. He didn't actually know that the guy had a gun, but he said the attitude, the spirit that came over him. He said he was willing for him to just die anyway. If he was going to shoot him, he said he was just willing. He said he just went out of his mind totally, and he just carried on going into the word.
Yeah.
And you know too, and let's just say if an Edomite wanted to do so, do what you gotta do, man. Because we're not gonna go anywhere. Okay, we gotta die for the shoot. We gotta die for the shoot. This is what it is. Because this is real, man. This is not no joke, man.
It's real, man. It's real.
This shit is real. So, hey, man, like we don't really give a fuck out here. You know, go on, bro.
Well, we were going. The main topic was on 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
Right.
So like I was saying, nothing enters into this world or leaves this world unless the Most High authorizes it.
There you go.
All right, when children are born, the Most High is bringing those spirits into the world, man. Because it's their time. All right, when the spirits leave this world, their time is done. Right. Okay, they're either paying up for what they did, or simply it's just their time to go. Okay, so the Most High killeth and He maketh alive. All right, and even in a spiritual sense, the Most High made us alive by this word. All right. It's time for the tabernacle of David to be risen up. Right? He bringeth down to the grave and he bringeth up again. Okay? And that's what's happening again right now. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. Okay? So the Lord is made us to be poor and He made Esau to be rich.
Yes, well, let him read that.
Alright. It says 1 Samuel 2:6.
One after as well. Look, there's a manifestation.
This is exactly what we're talking about.
Woo!
That's the spirit, man. That's the spirit, man.
Imagine that.
Don't want to make it too obvious.
Most likely she probably.
Oh, yeah, I saw one.
Most likely, brother.
Yeah, the Lord is just
That's a curse right there.
That's jacked up, bro.
Just imagine, just picture yourself in that situation. You can't walk, you can't
Also, I
talk,
made
you
it
can't get on
manifest.
the bus, you see everybody walking and doing their thing and you can't do nothing. Picture that, man. That's pain.
I was thinking about it today. I was in the doing my laundry. I looked out the window. I saw one guy in a wheelchair. He had no legs, man.
Yeah.
And he was. And
Yeah.
And he was going fast down.
It's funny. I saw one just like that yesterday myself. And I was wanting to walk past him to get him out of my sight, but I said no. Mosai, I said to myself, Mosai is making me see this for a reason. That's what I said to myself. No lie. And you just mentioned it today.
The only thing that make it better is that you're born that way. You don't know any other way. You don't know any other way, bro. You're born like that. You don't know what people are saying.
So what I look at, if you're not an Israelite, then you can't sing. You're not a child of Israel, then you can't sing.
They're all sinners, bro. All those nations, they're all natural sinners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So sinning is transgression of the law.
Right.
So you're not, you're born like that, and you're not an Israelite.
You're screwed, bro. You're fucked either way.
You're done.
Yeah. Because if you're an Israelite and you're born like that, hey, at the end of it all, the Most High is gonna bring you back to your good old state again. You know, because we got that ability to repent. We're the only people that can repent and have that leeway. They don't got no leeway. Their leeway is pretty much more destruction. So if an Edomite is poor on this side, he's just a two-time loser. Yeah.
So like I was thinking about it the other day because when we were in slavery, remember Esau was in slavery with us, the wheat and the tears, right? So so some people on the plantation were Edomites getting whipped as well, man, because of the whole rape situation.
Wicked they
wheat
are,
and the
man.
tears,
They'll
man.
do that. They'll use that out in the cotton fields and that, man.
I wouldn't be surprised though if Edomites put other Edomites in slavery. I wouldn't be surprised because Esau don't give a shit, man. They're just about getting money, you know. So if they could put more Edomites in slavery, shit, let's do it. And they doing it already. You know, you got lower class Edomites working around with Jake. So that's showing you right there.
You got Edomites begging Jake for money.
See, that's even worse.
But you're gonna have Edomites begging in their own kingdom.
Right.
Yeah, we spoke about
How
that.
you gonna have Edomites begging their own slaves? Please give
That's
me
not
money.
cool, man. That ain't cool, man.
See what I'm saying?
That ain't cool, man. But that shows you how Esau is. Esau is an unfair bastard, man. Esau don't give a shit about his own people, but you got the ones of our people, which I understand because our people, they just totally docile, you know. But they were expecting Esau to have sympathy for them. When they know no sympathy, they know no peace, they know no mercy. They don't show mercy to their own. So why would they show mercy to your ass, man? They won't.
They're the merciless. The scriptures talk about show no mercy to them that show no mercy.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive. I wound, and I heal.
You just read that.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So that shows you I wound and I heal. So going back to these, Jakes on YouTube, trying to figure out how's the black man going to fight white supremacy, and how's he going to protect the black woman, and what's he going to do about white supremacy?
Right.
Most High brought you into the state you're in, and only He can bring you out of it.
And Jake talk about white supremacy, this white supremacy, that, but they don't know who's really the power of this white supremacy. They couldn't name you the power of this white supremacy to save their life.
Because you just read how. Where you? We read
First Samuel 2:6.
2 and verse 7. Start from 7.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and 7. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich.
Exactly. So the Most High made Esau rich. That's why Yahushua went into it about the rich man and Lazarus. The Lazarus represents the poor. The Most High made Lazarus poor. The Most High made the rich man rich. Okay, and then what happened? The Most High made it where Lazarus got the kingdom, and then the rich man was begging Lazarus for mercy. And then the Most High turned around and told the rich man to go and F yourself, man. Alright? Weird.
He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and He hath set the world upon them.
Right, so that's right. So the Most High is gonna raise us up, man. And this is something that's gonna liberate brothers from this fucking enterprise that we're in, man. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that it's all about money and trying to better yourself. This whole system promotes you how to better yourself. How do you better yourself? You know, how to be successful.
And I mean, it's nothing wrong with bettering yourself as a man on this planet, but Esau's